In the beginning of the lesson, you said, what state can you describe so that where a person needs the force of unity? So I'm trying to describe it, and I don't understand what needs to happen to a person that he lacks love and connection. To need the Creator, that's a different thing. When there's a problem, when troubles, people naturally feel that they need that force. But to need love and connection, what needs to happen to the person and to the whole of humanity even, that's not clear.
If people knew who the Creator is, they wouldn't even ask to come close to it. They wouldn't pray to it. They would pray to, just leave us alone, and that's it. Because it is so much against our nature that we have an evil inclination, and on top of it we receive blows, and it pushes us to a situation that we don't want to begin with. It's a bad force. If you look at everything that is happening towards the ego that he created, then there's nothing more polar opposite to it, more contrary to it. Where do we get all of our enemies, all of our troubles? The revelation of the Creator towards my own nature, that what it awakens in me. He's coming closer to me, brings me all of the bad things, because he is the opposite. In his light, do I feel good? In his light, I feel bad. It's light of bestowal, of love of others. What am I trying to say? Just not only everything but that. Just not that. If we will understand a little bit these foundations, therefore what did humanity do? It formed for itself religions. That he's good, he wants us to ask, and then he'll give us the good. And for the time being, it's not him who's giving us the bad things, there's somebody else who's giving us those bad things. There are good forces, bad forces, as if bad forces were created somehow, and they actually operate against the Creator, they're independent of him. All kinds of forms of religion, of philosophy. So then you have room for these various matchmakers. You give me some money and I'll arrange good forces for you that will help you. These are all, but if humanity nonetheless would understand the force of the Creator, it would be running away from Him specifically. What do you want to receive from Him? This force of bestowal. Imagine a father that only speaks about bestowal. He's only demanding bestowal. He only takes into consideration actions of bestowal. And then doesn't even want to hear anything about other than that. And you come to him and you want to nag to him that you want to receive something. You want some pampering, this kind, that kind. He doesn't want to hear about it. He's going to beat you up. You feel hated by him. Imagine such a father. He has no understanding of the will to receive. When you come and you plead, give me something, Daddy, spoil me. Spoil? What does it mean, spoil? Spoil. For me, pampering you means that I give you the opportunity to bestow. Because for me, that is the best possible thing. Pampering for me is that I now allowed you to take care of some old man. And you have the opportunity to care for him and give him everything. That is the pampering that I gave you. I brought you some place, some room, where you can express yourself in the form of bestowal. What are you looking at me? Yeah, it's an upside down world. Well,
I understand it's a reversed world, but how, a person, how can he, run around all day looking for that state? It's horrible to hear, but how can I really chase such a state? What needs to happen to the person?
nice. Nice. Good, nice question. How can it be that it can even come closer to such a monster, to our Father who is so opposite to us? His grace is that He's beating us so that we will get rid of our own egoistic nature that He created in us. Right? But He also gave us an environment. And He tells us, son, I'm going to put your hand on the good fortune, take it, and if you'll behave nicely and well, you'll be beloved by me because you'll behave like me and you'll come closer to me according to your new behavior, which is where you're all going for bestowal, love of others above your nature, and that way you'll continue coming closer to me until you'll truly feel that I am actually a daddy who's done everything for you, even that dark basement and even those beatings that I've prepared for you and that you received along the path. You'll discover them as grace and pure love. It's not simple, but if you have a grip on that, if you don't live what we just talked about, gradually you take on a new worldview, a new outlook. You need to change your perception. And then this new outlook, perspective opens up for you that is completely new values. And then you realize that really everything turns into absolute grace. I see that I have no words from the moment that you started engaging in the dissemination of integral education. Yeah.
Right, so what is the meaning of this thing when you make an action of bestowal and it's like grass for you, there's no taste and you enjoy it? What is this?
Support from the friends.
It's like treating the old man example.
Yeah, but if you now receive support from the group and they say, oh, he's so strong, he's so mighty, it's also worthwhile for us to do the same. They respect you, etc. Then already you have fuel. That is allowed for you to receive that.
It's not ego?
No. Because you're canceling yourself towards them. And in return, you get fuel. And with that fuel, you perform an act of bestowal. Nonetheless, you're engaging in something that, in the end, you're bestowing. The question is the following. You're going to that old man for what? To perform an act of bestowal or to receive a reward from the group that is telling you, you're a hero, you're strong, ta-ta-ta. What are you doing it for?
To get something in exchange.
Well, if you want to receive some exchange, it's, still to receive. But from
But I
Logos,
will
you
still
reach
feel the pleasure.
You'll feel the pleasure, but nonetheless, gradually you'll start discovering that the act of bestowal itself is great, it's important, because there is illumination in that, nonetheless. And then you'll start feeling that it's worthwhile for me to make all the efforts in order to perform the act of bestowal itself without anything in return. Theoretically, if I could think of how to do it, even though I'm unable, because at that moment immediately I fall into reception, immediately I demand something. But nonetheless, how is it possible? And from such states, gradually you get there.
No, but this is the point. What is the essence of this? Why do I need to be brought to that state specifically, that I enjoy pure bestowal without any Anything in exchange, what?
The light influences you this way. If it weren't for the light, how would it be possible? That's how the light affects you and it changes you. Why? Because the Shimo works in such a way. Why is it this way? Because the Creator created it this way. Why? Well, we can't reach that essence of that knowledge. We can't discover in our vessels, why did He shape reality in such a way, the will to receive, the will to bestow, the entire process, that, as we say, the final act is in a preceding thought. When you reach the end of the action, of the act, then you'll discover the preceding, the initial thought. Just like with everything in this world, only after you come to know the entire system, all of it, you can discover why it is exactly this way, what's the benefit out of it, what did the one who designed it think.
In the meantime, to enjoy the fact that everyone else encourages me to treat the old man.
Yeah, yes. Well, let's move into something else.